is Muru Muru butter? I've never heard of this. Drugstore brands have joined the new launches for 2025. Today we have a few launches from Milani Cosmetics, and it seems like they have quite a few things to show us, including a skin tint in a stick form. Like, I'm very intrigued by this product, and I want to see what they look like on the skin, how they wear, and essentially whether or not this stick form of a skin tint can be better performing than a regular liquid or creamy skin tint. So if you want to see the new launches that have come to Milani and whether or not I would recommend you check them out, then keep on watching. It looks like Milani gave us a few new launches. We have the brand new Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. It instantly blurs and moisturizes while delivering a fresh, cooling sensation. The formula is infused with moisture-locking micro powders that feel like whipped souffle on the skin and creates a soft focus effect that diffuses the appearance of fine lines, pores, wrinkles, and imperfections. Okay, I'm excited to try this. It has 5% glycerin, 3% niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid to help nourish and hydrate, while the rich nutrient blue algae, Korean pear extract, arnica, and blue chamomile provide antioxidant benefits. And then we have the Skin Perfecting Blur Out Skin Tint. It looks like we have 25 shades of this product, 25 flexible shades of this skin tint. Soft filtered skin is just a swipe away. This ultra blurring, nourishing formula melts into skin, delivering buildable light to medium coverage with a natural soft matte second skin finish. It's infused with Muru butter. What is Muru butter? I've never heard of this. And it's designed to effortlessly blur out lines, even tone, and help moisturize the skin. All of these products seem like they're not modifying their natural finish, and if you have dry, oily skin, you should be able to use this product. They also gave us a brand new powder. It says Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. We already have a powder from Milani that kind of sort of looks like this, so I'm wondering if it's gonna be about the same. It says it's designed to work across all skin tone, finely milled, creates a flawless veil on the skin to once again blur out the skin and hide imperfections. Let's go ahead and jump into the swatches and see what powders we have so we can actually put this product on the skin and do a wear test and see what it looks like. I'm very interested in seeing what the skin tint looks like. There are 25 of these skin tints, and this is essentially what they look like. It's a stick form. Of course, you twist it open, ooh, and you pull it out. This is the deepest shade in the line. I like the packaging on it because the packaging actually also reflects the shade of the product. It is gorgeous. This is the amount of product you get with your purchase, and the casing and everything is plastic, not glass. Now let's go in and swatch these. First, we have the shade 25 Rich, and 25 Rich is a neutral cool shade. Okay, this shade really kind of sort of matches my skin tone very well, and because it's a skin tint, I feel like this could go either way for somebody who's deeper than me and somebody who is my skin tone. It will just depend on your preference on how you like your foundation to look. Okay, next we have the shade number 24, and 24 is a rich golden tone. Ooh, yeah, 24 is my shade. I'm definitely a golden undertone. I feel like every time I see a foundation that has a golden tone that matches better to my skin tone. I'll let you guys know that my ideal tone is golden, but there really aren't a lot of dark skin foundations that are geared towards a golden undertone. It's almost always neutral or cool. So if there's a golden, I would go with the golden. And as you can see, it literally almost disappeared into my skin. Okay, next we have shade number 23, and shade number 23 is a red undertone. Yeah, shade 23 is definitely a lot lighter than I would generally go for, so I'm gonna actually stop swatching here, although I have 2 extra sticks, and I think I will use the shade number 22. I think I'll use the shade number 22 as my concealer shade and shade 21 to brighten the inner corner of this. So we're actually gonna use only the skin tint sticks to do a full full face of makeup, and we'll see what it looks like. The shade range is not bad. Shade 24 and 23 could have used one more shade in between the two, but I do appreciate that the second deepest shade was not a cool or a neutral, because it's very difficult for me to find a golden undertone product. So I'm very excited about this one. I want to see what shade number 24 looks like blended into my skin. Let's go ahead and start with the skin prep. I am excited to try this primer. There's a spatula included in here. Oh, I like this idea. It's actually stuck in there. Spatula is like stuck in the packaging, so you don't have to worry about losing it. Unlike some brands that just stick it to the top or just attach it to the top, the very first day you open it, it's lost. I never find any spatula that comes with any product that I have tried. This is what the primer looks like. It looks frosty almost. It almost looks like ice cream. Am I hungry? Yes. It looks like ice cream, like it's frosty. Now I see where the cold nature that they said it has is coming from. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those products that I hope this is not one of those products that will roll up on me. It has a very cooling sensation. Because of the way it looks, you might maybe accidentally overdo it if you're not careful. It definitely absorbs into the skin very quickly, and I like that it doesn't actually mattify my skin, and it just disappears really nicely into the skin. Okay, let's go in with the shade number 24. I'm going to put a line over here. Oh, that disappears into my skin. Okay, I'm going to blend it in with a brush. We're going to use this dark spot as our marker, and we're going to see what it looks like. Okay, it's a little bit there. It's not too disappeared, but the shade match on this is so pretty. I might just end up overdoing it and not realizing that I've overdone it. It definitely evened out my skin tone without it actually looking like I put anything on. The finish is so pretty. It's very unnoticeable. It matches my skin tone shade quite nicely, and I am loving it. Like half of my face has it on and the other half doesn't. Like I can't tell that I have anything on, other than the fact that my skin is more even on the right side than it is on the left side. I can't tell that I have this product on. Okay, color me impressed right here, and we are going to blend it out with a blending sponge. I want to see what it looks like if blended in with a blending sponge. Like which side will I like better. But this one, although it's not like entirely too creamy, it actually is blending in very nicely with the sponge. However, I do feel like the sponge will share it out a lot more than the brush would. Okay, this is really not bad at all. I like what this shade looks like. I'm gonna go in with the shade number 22 as our concealer shade. I am gonna blend it in with the sponge. It blends in very nicely with the sponge though, as you can see. It doesn't look bad. I really like how subtle these two shades look together. I don't have a working Milani concealer shade for my skin tone. I think the deepest concealer I have from Milani is still too light for my skin tone. I like it. I'm using the shade 25 as a light contour type of a situation, maybe like a bronzer. You can achieve a working base with this skin stick because of what it looks like. You don't have to do too much to get, listen, you really don't need to do too much to get a good working base. Okay, this is what it looks like with 3 skin tint sticks, okay? Definitely looking very much like skin, and the tones just blend in so beautifully together. Now we're gonna use this powder. They sent us the translucent powder. The powders are retailing for $12.99, and no, it's not on sale. So there are 2 blurring powders, a translucent powder and a banana powder. The banana powder says it's for medium skin tones, and the translucent said it's for all skin tones. So yeah, so this is the only powder option we have. I am going to first blend some on the back of my hand just so we can see how blurring it is. Oh, Oh, I don't know about translucency, but it feels so good. Okay, it's very, very smooth, but it did not disappear into my skin. I don't know if it's because my skin was dry, that's why. So we're gonna actually use it with a brush first, because I feel like if I use it with a sponge, it will be too intense. The powder is very, very, very finely milled. Like, it's picking up in the air, but it's not even picking up on camera. I have some on this brush, and we're just gonna put it on one side just so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, I can see that it's definitely mattified my under eyes for sure. Do you see this? My under eye is mattified. It also kind of sort of slightly neutralized my under eyes. Okay, now the time is now 1:59, and this is what my bare minimum base looks like. Okay, without any blush on the skin, the powder is really giving like a neutral effect to my face. It almost looks as if I put pink powder onto my base, and it's really giving me this neutral look to the, because the setting powder had no pigment in it at all, it definitely made my base really, really cool, and I am not here for it. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit of a powder that has some color just to see what we get out of it. This is the About Face Applause. I am going to apply that to my under eyes. My base looks a little bit better. It looks a little more alive. We're gonna go and come back, and then we'll see what my base is looking like, and I'll give you my final recommendation on these brand new Milani blurring collection. 9 hours later, and this is what my base is looking like. Okay, so as it stands right now, personally, if you asked me in this specific instance, Ohemaa, would you suggest that I pick up this? I would say no, mainly based on how neutral it is and how much it cooled down and oxidized on me. I would say no, because I wouldn't want you to buy a product that will change tones so much after your base is done that you're gonna end up not liking your base. If you don't like what pink powder looks like on your skin tone, definitely skip that powder. But if you wanted to pick up the skin tint by itself, I would say, you know what, go for it. Also, the primer did not feel bad at all on the skin, and it did not move or peel on me, so definitely maybe check out the primer as well. I will, however, tomorrow morning be doing a quick routine with it and using a regular setting powder just to see what my base is looking like before I completely axe this product. That is it for me showing you the new Milani Skin Tint Sticks. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Was I tripping when I said my base was looking entirely too cool? Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots. I don't want to show you my hands because they're ashy. Bye.